111 will be your final score, and the Warriors continue their 500 dance as they fall now to 29-30.
Oh, baby! Vontae's making his way in. It's super rainy. Be safe out there. He should be here any second. Let's start right here. Joe Shasky, morning roast. It's pouring rain. Be safe. I'm not trying to do a Skip Bayless where he breathes into the microphone for the video.
Where's the papers? Yeah, Shuffle the papers.
I swear to God, Joe, the season is still a long way away. You got 23 games. There's no Steph Curry. I get all that. Wiggins is out. Trust me, I understand all of the context. Last night was the straw that broke this camel's back. And what I mean, I'm not saying that the season's over. I'm not saying I'm waving the white flag. I'm saying it was a tipping point for my frustration. I'm boiling the noodles, or at least the water for the noodles. I threw the noodles in there. I had the water going way too high. It tipped over. Last night was the night for me, and I'll tell you why. And I want to hear from you, Warrior fans. 888-957-9570. Steve Kerr, all-time legend. One of the greatest coaches in NBA history. There's no question about it. 4-time champion, most ever in Bay Area history for a manager, a coach, a head guy. Simultaneously having one of the worst seasons when it comes to roster allocations, minute allocations, lineup combinations, time, in and out. I'm not blaming solely him. There's a lot that's wrong with this team. We can go to the roster. We can go to the age. We can go to them partying in the offseason and sticking their chest out about how great they are as champions and then becoming so unprepared and focused when the season starts. There's a zillion things we can get into. But I want to get to Steve Kerr. Dear God, Steve Kerr, last night, 10 minutes to go. You're losing the game. You're about to wave the white flag. I took a screenshot. I said, I got to do it. I have to do it. Last night, 9 guys suited up. There's no Wiggins. There's no Steph Curry. Last night was the microcosm of the frustration of me and a lot of Warrior fans all year long. What are we doing? Last night, 10 minutes to go in that game, they waved the white flag. Anthony Lamb, 14 minutes played. Ty Jerome, 20 minutes played. Jermichael Green, 13. Kuminga, only 18. That's the kind of game last night where Kuminga's the only athlete you got on the court, where's the only guy who can actually dunk in traffic. He's the only guy who can actually defend someone of the guys that I referenced out on the perimeter. He can jump up and actually make a play at the rim. And he's not even on pace to have 25 to 30 minutes? Are you kidding me? What? I'm looking at the minutes this year. Kuminga's played 900 minutes this year. Anthony Lamb's played 860. What? We lead the entire world. In the history of the world, there has never been more conversations on a national broadcast about two-way players than the 2022-2023 Golden State Warriors. What are we doing? What are we doing? You're shoving Ty Jerome down my throat? He can't guard a third grader. You're chucking threes left and right. You have no offensive rhythm. If a team makes one pass, no one's stopping ball. Backdoor all day. If they don't get a layup or a dunk, then the defense compresses. They kick it out. They get a wide open three. You can't string together 3 or 4 stops if your life depended on it. And the thing that bugs me more than anything is that it's one thing if you're not good. It's one thing if you're boring. It's another to be not good, boring, and not play the young guys. What are we doing? You traded away James Wiseman for a variety of reasons because you told me he can't help you win now. Well, you know who's not helping you win now? Ty Jerome and Anthony Lamb, for Christ's sake. Andre Iguodala. He has 42 minutes played this year, Andre Iguodala. Ryan Rollins, 62 minutes played this year. What are we doing? You signed 33-year-old Jermichael Green in the offseason, and Anthony Lamb is on pace to get more minutes than him last night? I want Steve Kerr to go to the podium and explain to me that. On a night where there's only 9 guys and you're telling me I got to have veterans who can do it. What are we doing? Last night was the straw that broke the camel's back for me. Look, could they get into the play-in and maybe win some games? Yeah, maybe. They're not winning a championship. I'm sorry. Stop. This isn't a Disney story. Who are you kidding? It's driving me nuts. 888-957-9570. Look, Steve Kerr's a legend. He's a great coach. He's had a horrible season. He's had an absolutely horrible season. And if I was the owner of the team and I was sitting there and I'm paying $5 million for Kuminga and $4 million for Moody and Anthony Lamb and Ty Jerome, again, I will say it to you again, this year, total minutes, Ty Jerome, 700. Anthony Lamb, almost 900. Moody, 600. And Kuminga, 900. How? Like, okay. If Kerr doesn't want to play them, why are they on the team? It's very simple to me. Like, yo, I got you a bunch of groceries. If you're not going to use them, they're going to expire, and you're going to have to throw them out. Use it or lose it. Figure it out. Look, Klay Thompson was efficient offensively. He was efficient offensively. He was actually really good offensively. Kevon Looney plays his heart out. His heart out. Kevon Looney, I'm watching him. I'm watching Kevon Looney, and I'm like, how is this guy trying so hard? And the rest of the team's defensive effort. Draymond gave great defense last night. I don't want to dismiss Draymond. But like, how are we so pitiful? You know why? Because you got a guy in Ty Jerome who Kerr is obsessed with, who can't stop ball in transition at all. And then you acquired a guy, GP2, to save $36 million. He can't even play. But boy, he looks good. And the vibes are good, though. You know, the vibes, yo.
That's all that matters.
The
really.
vibes.
That's all that matters.
888-957-9570. Last night was the straw that broke the camel's back. I want to hear from you, Dub Nation. I am so frustrated. I mean, look, the Rams won the Super Bowl, all right? The very next year, last year, everyone got hurt. Like, you can at least make hey, our quarterback got hurt. Aaron Donald got hurt. I don't think they were going to be great either way. Same thing, though. They went all offseason, oh, my God, we're the best. Aaron Donald, I might retire. No, actually, I want $100 million guaranteed. Sean McVay, I'm flirting with Amazon. And then they came back. Warriors, pick your poison. Every single player has done something, whether it be off the court, on the court, whether it be their focus not where it needs to be. Essentially, almost every single player outside of Kevon Looney, who says nothing and tries his ass off and should be a Warrior lifer, every other guy went on this puff my chest out, this is how great I am, yeah, we won again tour, and then you showed up not ready to go. Like, yes, Klay Thompson started off the year horrific. He's been great since, but he started off the year horrific. They're 7-23 on the road. And I'm supposed to take you serious as some championship contender? You bring in Jermichael Green. He stinks. You tell me, he's our third center. Then why are you running a lineup out there with Jermichael Green, Anthony Lamb, Ty Jerome, Kevon Looney? What are you doing? Imagine Joe Lacob. All I keep thinking of, if I had to pay for that, and that's what I'm getting on no, I get it. Wiggins is out. I understand that. Wiggins is out. That doesn't mean you can't try on defense. This team takes more threes than a third grade practice warm-up. I go into a gym, third graders, they grab a couple balls. Where do they run to? They run to the three-point line, and they're just chucking. Why are you shaking your head? Bonte's walking in. You mad at me? I've lost my mind. Last night, look, again, they could go on a run. Guys could come back. I'll listen to all that. Last night was the straw that broke the camel's back. And I'm telling you, it was with 10 minutes to go. They waved the white flag. I said, this is a game where Kuminga has to play 30 minutes. Has to. He had 18 minutes with 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. He was on pace to go under 25 minutes in that game with those guys suited up. That is malpractice. We've gone 3 quarters of the season and a full season before that. I've seen glimpses of Kuminga. You need to commit to these young guys. Bonte, how you doing? I'm sorry. I'm losing my mind.
I think I appreciate you setting the tone the way you did.
Because
last night I went to bed angry.
Okay, so
I went to bed angry.
I called Lucas and I screamed at him, and then I apologized because I was so angry.
I went to bed angry. Imagine doing that post-game show after that performance.
I watched
How
you.
about this?
You I don't know. Can I be honest?
Right.
I don't know how you remain composed. I was so angry watching that game. And look, if I have to hear a national broadcast talk about our two-way players again,
yeah,
I'm going to lose my mind.
So here's the deal. This is what frustrates me. and I hear you talking about Steve Kerr and Kuminga. You're absolutely right. Kuminga needs to see 30 minutes a game. It makes no sense. But also, part of the frustration is you don't have Gary Payton II.
Yeah, agreed.
You trade James Wiseman, and guess what, you plus-minus nerds? James Wiseman was a plus 16 yesterday. 8 points, 10 rebounds. Wow, what do you know? Looks like he's going to be a prospect if you let him play. But here's the other frustrating part. LeBron James and Anthony Davis go a combined 8 of 25. They scored combined 25 points. And you still were losing by 28. You still were losing by 28.
Austin Reeves cooked you.
Have you ever seen a bench? I don't think I've ever seen a bench have 5 players score double figures. 5.
That's a good.
Reeves scored 17. Hachimura scored 14. Dennis Schroeder. Hey, D'Angelo Russell, you get hurt? No problem. Throw in Schroeder. He scores 13. How about Lonnie Walker at 4th or 5th or 6th or whatever the hell his name is? He scores 10. Last night, and I had the panic meter last night, and the needle's broken. The needle's broken.
Thank you.
I can't sugarcoat this any longer.
Thank you.
I haven't tried to sugarcoat it.
No,
but you know what? I don't know when Steph's coming back. I don't know when Andrew Wiggins is coming back. And you know me, I like to play the schedule game. I look at the next 10. I said, next 10 games? Let me read these teams off, Shasky, with this unit.
Why are we doing this?
The Rockets tonight, which are going to struggle and try to win a game against the Rockets tonight. You know that.
A back-to-back.
Minnesota Sunday. Naz Reid's coming back to town. And he cooked your ass last time. All right. Portland, Clippers, Pelicans, Lakers, OKC, Memphis, Milwaukee, and then the Phoenix Suns with Kevin Durant. It feels like these teams are going to take the knife and hit the Warriors with the dagger and stab them right in the back and say, you know what? You're the defending champs. No playoffs for you. Last year was a fluke. That's what other teams are going to say.
No doubt.
That's what other teams are going to do.
Talk about the Giants and their fluky 107 season. I think a lot of teams will say that.
Now, you know what? I'll take a championship. It was their 4th. And that's a championship.
For sure.
107, you lose in the first round. Maybe it is fluky. You get through the finals. You play through June. That's legit.
No, but I'm saying the outside the noise.
Outside the noise are going to say, you know what? You caught a lot of breaks last season. Well, you look at this season, I don't know when Steph's coming back. I don't know when Andrew Wiggins is coming back. And you're losing by 28 to that Lakers team?
Well, they look better and more athletic and younger and more cohesive and more deadly on the outside. How about when Darvin Ham, they did a mic'd up thing, and Darvin Ham's talking to Malik Beasley.
Right.
And I go, that's coaching right there. Now, again, I know Kerr does coaching. I'm not, but like, he goes, I brought you here to shoot, fam.
Right.
Shoot the rock. Trust in yourself. That's called empowerment.
Dude,
and when I watch the Warriors, who feels empowered?
Not only that.
Who?
Malik Beasley picked up his 4th foul with 9:48 left in the third quarter. His 4th foul. Mm-hmm. Darvin said, you know what? Stay out there, young man. And he cooked the Warriors. And the Warriors allow a 20-5 run. A 20-5 run against the LA Lakers to go night-night. And Steve Kerr punted on national TV and waves a white flag. And I keep hearing, we're running out of time here. We got 23 games.
Then why are we wasting minutes? Games?
We still believe. Well, you know what? I don't know if I believe anymore. I don't know if I believe in his team anymore.
Ponte.
And the whole damn vibe, you can't tell me this. Going 59 games in,
100%.
whether it's Steve Kerr, because I've told you this over and over, and a lot of people come down my road. Steve Kerr's a great coach.
Of course.
Great coach, one of the top 15 all time.
He's having a bad year.
This year, he's been, I don't even know if he's been mediocre. I've had a problem with the rotations. Hell, they left LA last Thursday. They're up 1 against the Clippers. And Steve Kerr says, you know what? I know I don't have Andrew Wiggins. I know I don't have Steve Kerr. But let me go ahead and pull Jordan Poole, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green simultaneously by firepower. And next thing you know, the Clippers go on a 22-4 run. I'm sick of it, man.
I'm not here to rip the Athletic. I'm trying to be dead serious. They do great articles like where they break things down and things that I never knew about, right? When you name
Slater does a great job.
Someone do an investigative report on Jordan Poole's shoes.
Well,
how is this man on the floor?
Oh my
Jordan,
gosh.
the janitor, spends more time wiping the floor than any player in the history of the league. Bonte,
it's unbelievable.
I need an investigative report on his shoes.
I can't believe it.
What is going on? He
also
falls to the ground more than any player I've ever seen.
So this is another thing about this team, because you're right about Jordan Poole. We'll get to JP in just
bombs
a second.
away?
No.
The team, the bombs away Warriors?
Here's my problem with Draymond Green. Draymond Green early on in that game, I thought Draymond Green played well defensively. He did what he could.
I agree.
But offensively,
they don't even guard him.
Hold on. This is where 2019 comes back to bite you in the ass.
Yes.
And what I mean by that is Draymond Green, of course, was out there by himself. No Klay Thompson, no Stephen Curry. Kevin Durant's gone. You're playing with a bunch of rookies. Poole's a rookie. Eric Pascal. Draymond Green that season, and Mully tells me, and a couple people tell me this, Draymond Green should have just been launching threes that year. He should have been working on his game.
Yeah, yes.
Because
the way
now,
PJ Tucker added a corner three.
Exactly.
The way Bruce Bowen added a corner three.
Let me finish.
I'm so incensed.
Draymond Green should have been working on his game and shooting threes that season. Instead, he admitted to everybody, I couldn't play hard because I knew we were going to lose. I dogged it. I mailed it in. Now you look at last night, and Anthony Davis said, I'm going to park in the paint.
Yes.
I'm not even going to guard you, and we're going to make you shoot. Now he goes 3 of 10. He misses a couple floaters. He only tips 1 3. Draymond Green should have been living at the three-point line. Hell, his best season, he shot 35% from the three-point line. I will take 35%, but when you're dogging in 2019 and you don't work on your shot and you don't shoot it in a season like that, when you know you're going to lose games, just chuck. Hey, just work on your game, because when Clay does get back and Steph does get back,
I agree,
and we incorporate Andrew Wiggins, guess what? You're going to be wide open again. You're going to get warm-up threes. You're going to be able to attempt warm-up threes. The threes you attempt in pregame warm-ups when you go around the three-point line, and I watch you nail them out there. Like, he nails them in pregame warm-ups. Those are the same threes that is presented to him in the game. And yet he's still reluctant to shoot those threes. And think about how much money he's cost himself. If he just added that three and he shot 33 to 35%, he will be making big-time money next season.
He wanted the max. I mean, it's almost laughable. It's almost laughable. And some Warrior fans wanted to give it to him. Like, here's the thing that I struggle with. Clay's playing so efficient right now offensively. Like, he is shooting the lights out. I don't know about his defense, but he's shooting the lights out. The pump fakes in traffic, they're getting tough. And then Kevon Looney is playing his heart out.
Third straight double-double.
Heart out.
Fifth game with at least 15 rebounds.
And I don't want to pretend like you guys got to play harder. No, you do have to play harder.
You do.
I'm sorry. Like, the effort level. If
he tried to will the Warriors. Dude, he tried to will the Warriors back in the game in the third quarter alone, grabbing all these offensive rebounds.
100% agreed. And I'm watching. I'm like, can we stop ball in transition?
No, you can't.
And then one pass, backdoor cut, either a wide open layup or that guy gets it. 3 guys collapse because they have to help.
Right.
And then they kick it back out for a wide open 3.
I mean,
the Lakers looked like they were the A team versus the D team.
Dude, they look good. They look like they could be a problem in the playoffs.
And they look young and hungry.
29-8 when it comes to fast break points. 29-8.
And Anthony Davis, how many shots did he alter? Size matters, folks.
Lubman, let me get those reads when you get a chance. Give me those reads when you get a chance as the Warriors get blown out yesterday at Crypto.com Arena. 29-8 fast break points. They shoot 49 threes. And how about this? This is so crazy to me. They shot 16 more times in the LA Lakers last night.
How many threes in the first quarter? I swear they shot 25 threes in the third.
They were chucking. It was like 3 of 12 or something. Yep, 3 of 12 from the three-point line. I remember. 3 of 12.
It was just Chuck City.
They were shooting 35%, yet they get back in the game. But I think we all felt like, oh, my God, we're so lucky they're down 3 at the half. They're down 3 at the half. How? Well, the Lakers made sure they put it away in the second half and say, yeah, this is going to be the score of this game. This is appropriate.
Am I alone? Also, the straw that broke the camel's back. It was last night.
How about this? The free throw attempts. They're dead last in the league when it comes to opponents' free throw attempts. Lakers yesterday, 34 attempts. Warriors, 21. They cannot defend without fouling to save their life. You get beat, and then you reach. Well, you know what? You reach, they teach, they go to the free throw line. It's just, it's the same thing.
I watched Patrick Baldwin Jr. in the final couple minutes, and I said to myself, he can't get a couple minutes a night?
Would you rather see him than Anthony Lamb at this point?
Yes! Are you kidding me? He's a coach's son. I don't care if he's 19. He's better. He brings more to the table than Lamb.
Moses Moody. You can't play him instead of Anthony Lamb?
Or Ty Jerome. Lamb? The Ty Jerome thing makes it. He can't guard anyone. It's literally a turnstile. And again, they play smart, sound defense. No, they do not. No, they do not.
This team doesn't play any defense.
Exactly.
They don't play any defense.
And Bonte, the worst is Anthony Lamb comes in and he's like, oh, green light. And he's just chucking. He had a rough game yesterday down in L.A., 0 for 6. LeBron James went right at him, even though LeBron was only 5 of 20. You get LeBron James to go 5 of 20, and he scores 13 points. How does Kuminga...
And you still get blown out.
How...
LeBron James and AD scored 25, and you were still down 28.